Welcome back. I'm Pete, and you're watching the Custom Car Channel. But we're going to work on a Bobcat today, and it's going to be awesome. Since this one's a Silverado, maybe you guys can just call me the Silverado man. Hey guys, I'm back to working on the Ranger. It was last Friday. You know, that friend of mine, the guy that knows everything about Polaris, and he rebuilds them all, the wizard. Well, anyways, I was working on a frame on the F-150 that the video is going to come out on Monday. But he put this thing together in like an hour. I mean, I didn't even have time to make a video. I don't think he wanted to be on the video. Well, it's running, but it doesn't run the greatest. So it'll idle a little bit, and then it'll die. So, and it does have a check engine light, and that's for the, I looked up the code, and that's for the, like, the differential solenoid, so I'll have to fix that too. And the clutch I got with this thing, the primary, that little Y piece is cracked, so I'm going to have to figure out something for that. I got the one off the 500, and maybe I could change the spring in it, I don't know. But I'm going to see... the intake for this engine, when I got this thing, was all busted and glued back together. I didn't glue it back together, they did, or whoever had it. Anyways, I'm gonna see, maybe it's leaking air. So I took the map sensor out. I can't start it right now, sorry about that, but I'll put the smoke machine on there. I can hear a little hiss down there when it's running. It doesn't stay running very long, and sometimes it revs up by itself. I don't understand that one either. I do know I got an electrical issue with the fuse box underneath the seat there, so I'll have to fix something with that. It was open. This thing must have been sitting outside for a long time, and so I already sprayed some deoxin on it and some regular contact cleaner, so it's getting better. I'm probably going to have to unplug it and then kind of work with it a little bit, but I'll get it. So right now, I just want to see if I can find a leak in that intake, and I'm just going to glue it back together for now. For right now, I don't want to spend any more money on this until I already got to put more money in it, like for the tail lights and to fix this front end up better. But for right now, if I can fix something, that's what I want to do. So let's see if we can put the slurry on there and smoke test this intake and see if we see any leaking. We have to do something like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, see if the smoke comes out. We'll see what pressure we're at. Yeah, we're 5 psi. That'll probably work for an intake. Yeah, there's smoke coming right now. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, the furnace is running. Yeah, it's at maximum flow. Yeah, she's leaking everywhere. Alright, the old Solaria, it still smells like cherries. She's doing good. I'll shut her off. Alright guys, there you go, the old Solari. She's working. She did her job. So I'm going to see if I can seal that up a little bit better. And it'll probably run a little bit better. And then I got to work on that clutch. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'll try to keep you on for the video. We're making a video, yeah. Alright, I'm going to see if I can fix that intake up a little bit. I did have a problem with the temperature sender in the gauge. And I don't know how to depin that little plug, but I cleaned it up and put it back on, and it seems to be working right now. But other than that temperature on the speedometer gauge yesterday it was reading all funky, but so there might be a problem with that yet too. And being fuel injected, it's going to need to know engine temperature. So, all right, guys, I got the intake off there. I think what we're going to do, it looks like it's got some silicone think what I'm going to do, take my little roll-lock pad deal, headlight buffer. That's going to rough up that surface, and we're going to epoxy it. Man, she's all busted up. These tubes on the epoxy to mix it, I think they're one-time use because mine don't work anymore. I could try to cut it off maybe. No, she's hardened. Yeah, it's all hardened in there. I got her coming out now. We'll mix up that much at a time, I think. $5 minutes, it says. We'll just start at one end, I guess. These air boxes are kind of expensive. Yeah, it's looking good. I think that'll work for a while. Don't know if it'll work forever though. Alright, we need a little bit more. And a little bit more. It's almost been 5 minutes, right? The other stuff should be dry. Oh, there's a crack right here. That's why she was coming out. Yeah, we'll seal that back together. Just like that. Let me look at it. Yeah, I got her all the way around. This is really busted up. I don't know how this got busted. It must have been one hell of a rollover. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we should mix up the rest of it because it's going to be no good anyways, and I'll just go over some of this stuff that they've done. Yeah, there's just that much left. It's some good epoxy, but that tube only, the mixing tube only worked one time. Okay. So I think I seen a little bit right here. And this ought to make it run better than it was. It did run. Just a little bit afraid to drive it because the Wizard, at one time, it revved way up, or more than once. We just started up and it's just, whoa. So I asked the Wizard what was causing that. He's like, you got to get a new intake right now. Yeah, that's just, I just can't get one right now. Oh, so I did scrape it on my carpet a little bit. There we go. So let's let that dry. It doesn't look like it's running, so that's good for that piece. So I think we'll fix one more thing. I'm very upset. So when I was taking that off, I put my elbow down on this box. Not paying attention. I didn't think I had too much pressure on it. And I broke this ear. I'm very upset, but it was broke on this side. So I'm going to fix this back up. I'll just keep the camera on. Yeah, it's been broke a while. It doesn't even fit back on there. So maybe I really didn't break it, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have trouble just making that stay where it's gotta stay. I got the plastic welder still. I haven't taken it back. The guy told me to bring it right back too. Hey, today it's working. I want to put as many of these in there as I can get in there. So that tool just mounts in these little staples. And it works really good. Yeah, so I think that's going to be one hell of a fixin'. Let me trim all them off. Alright, there we go. That's probably as good as I'm going to do. Yeah, clean this off with some brake clean. Maybe it'll just be a rock hard tomorrow, I don't know. So yeah, it's about 10 p.m. so yeah, it's a little after. So I'm calling her night for night. We'll put this back together tomorrow morning and we'll see how she runs. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Alright, there's still a little bit, but let's try that. I'm gonna try to start it. Alright, it idles now. Temperature looks like it's reading right. Hey, it's never idled that long before. Pretty smooth. Alright guys, I'm gonna work on the clutch and we'll see if we can get it out of here. That didn't work. I got the 500 clutch taken apart, so I had a little bit of trouble, but I got it. I can't get it off yet. I gotta get a bolt. Let's see if any of these parts interchange. I get stuck. Yeah, the 500 spring is a lot stiffer. This one's busted. You can see a crack right here. And right here. I had trouble getting that spider nut off on the other one. Yeah, it's loose. Maybe that's why it broke. Well, maybe it's not loose. It's loose. I think the nut pulled its threads. Yeah, it looks bad on this side. I'm clean this up. I think we can make something work here. Yeah, there's some threads here. I'm not sure if this bushing is supposed to come off. I think it is. We might have to heat that up. Yeah, I think we'll be able to fix it. I'm just going to try to heat that a little bit. I don't know, but I don't think this piece wants to come off. Oh yeah, we got it. And now we can clean it all up and lube it up. It's a little toasty. Alright, I'm gonna let this cool down and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, there's a couple differences. Where's this piece? So we're gonna have to use the whole clutch off the Indy 500, and we'll switch the spring for now. But it's still not gonna be right because this one, the Ranger one, has heavy weights in here. Yeah, 2 of them are seized. But the problem is these weights are made for a bigger roller. And the Indy 500 clutch has a wider thing. So, I mean, I could grind that out. I don't want to. And it looks like, almost looks like the offset is different. So, like, if I line that up, yeah, the offset is way different. So I can order a new clutch, and I'm going to, but for right now, so I can drive it in and out, I try to make the Indy 500 one work. So I went out there, so I was able to get it off. I had this piece, I don't know what it is, and then I just went and got a 3/4 bolt, fine thread, and she popped right off. And then when I was on my way to get that bolt out at my brother's, I found this on the road. So, I guess finders keepers. Well, that's a piece of that knot. Yeah, don't forget that. Alright, so let's work on this Indy 500 clutch. And this is a little bit bigger diameter. It does hit the cover, but just barely. I'm going to let it hit, and it'll rub itself clear. We might have to put the belt on it before we put it on. And the taper is the same, as far as I can tell. So now I just got to remember how to put this back together. I got it good enough. So let's see what we got here. I know where those 2 pieces go. I know where this one goes. I think we got a couple of spacers. Yeah, see, if these weights were heavier, this would probably work, you know. Right now, I just want to get this out. So I got 2 more trucks to work on today. So this goes on here. Now the bushing is a little bit shot, a little bit wore. I think we should try to find some grease. We'll use a little molly grease, gun grease. My buddy told me not to get none on the belt. Okay, so this goes back on. I think that snowmobile probably went through a couple belts. Let's put a little more grease on there. Straight in this area. This on here. Let's not slide this on all the way. Let's just go right there. There was a couple shims here. Yeah, maybe them shims need a little grease. So this one we'll put on like that. Let's put a little grease on this other one. I don't know if it needs it. Close the damn furnace. Oil up these rollers. Got oil flying all over the place when we get it running. Let's do one more thing. Let's put a little Loctite on them threads. Don't come out anymore. Let's just try that. Maybe we needed something here. Now that was fairly tight. I'm not sure what I'll do to tighten it. What I did is I used the air hammer just a little bit. Yeah, it fits. You know, if it doesn't engage fast enough, we could just cut the spring down. I guess you gotta pull up on the bottom. Alright, I think I'm ready to try it. I think we're going to be moving really soon. Okay, so I'll get the belt. So put the belt on it. Here's the bolt. Let me see if this fits into this clutch. And it does. Yeah, it's gonna work. I wonder if that's a 21. Alright, before I crank this down, I think I'm gonna get the rear secondary part of the clutch on there. I'm not sure if this is missing a spring. It just seems kind of awkward to me. Must be a burr on the shaft. Just a little rust. We have some kind of washer. Just seems very odd to me there's no spring. Remember, this was all rusted up too, so I don't know. The belt is fighting me. Maybe. Well, better just make sure this fits first. It's just not coming on the splines. I may have to clean the splines better. Well, it goes on a little bit. Okay. Where'd the washer go? It's right here. I think I can get it. I'm gonna put a little grease on them rollers. So, yeah, we can go ahead. Put this one on. Okay. I'm going to get it on there this time. I know everything fits, so there's no reason. this shouldn't go on there. It's on there farther than it was. So I think it's gripping the belt is the problem. I think we should put the bolt in and just start applying some pressure on it. This is the only bolt I got. It's a little too long. This bolt's going to be too short. Crapola. I think we'll put some washers on there for now. Wonder how far that goes in there. Maybe we should find that out. Let me find a washer that fits this. So I just went and got a couple washers. I think that'll work. It's up there. Okay, now let's tighten this primary. That should be tight enough. I'm gonna leave the belt cover off right now. I think that should work. I think we're in business. Alright guys, I think I got the camera pretty good. Maybe I'll turn that once we get outside. I think I'm going to open the door, just in case something bad happens. So we'll open the door. And this thing tells you what gear you're in. All the way back is high. The first notch back is reverse, and the middle one is neutral, and then you got low. So I think we'll go ahead and start it up. Oh yeah. I see no reason. Let's try and go. Because I'm in low. Hey. Not bad for a guy that just fixes cars, huh? I got power steering too. Let's just go around. I got to bring it back in and check the diff fluids. I haven't checked none of that, and it's got a bad axle. Let's go in high. Let's try reverse. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's a mean machine. Alright guys, that's going to be this video. I'll keep on working on this thing and we'll get her. Alright, trust me, I just figured out a clutch. Alright guys, thanks for watching. You can catch me next time.